Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. Today we read from Matthew 8, 5 through 13. When he entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, appealing to him, saying, "Lord, my servant is lying at home paralyzed, in terrible distress." And Jesus said to him, "I will come and cure him." And the centurion answered, "Lord, I'm not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only speak the word, and my servant will be healed. For I also am a man under authority, with soldiers under me, and I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes, and to my slave, 'Do this,' and the slave does it." When Jesus heard him, he was amazed, and said to those who followed him, "Truly I tell you, in no one in Israel have I found such faith. I tell you, many will come from east and west and eat with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, while the heirs of the kingdom will be thrown into outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." And to the centurion Jesus said, "Go, let it be done for you according to your faith." And the servant was healed in that hour. So there's several things about this that we immediately see. They're in Capernaum, which is a city on the side of the Sea of Galilee. It's a fishing town. It's a bigger town than most of them in the area. And so there's a Roman outpost there, Roman guard, Roman military base. And the centurion would be a man who's in charge of 100 men. And so he understands how authority works. He tells people to do things, and they do it. And he comes to Jesus. So he's first of all a Gentile. He comes to Jesus and says, "My servant needs help. You got to come heal him." Jesus says, "Okay, I'll do that." And he's like, "No, I don't want you to come under my roof. I'm not worthy of that. But just say the word, and I know he'll be healed." So Jesus is amazed. And he says, people will come from east and west, which means from far off places, to be with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. But the ones from Israel who should be there, they'll be out in the outer darkness, he says, because they don't have that kind of faith. And this Gentile has more faith than Jesus has found in Israel. And he's amazed. And so he says to the guy, "Let it be done as you've said," and the man was healed. So our faith, does faith heal us? I mean, you want to say yes, but then you look at the evidence and you see people of deep faith who die of diseases and stuff, and you think, well, but faith has something to do with it. Faith that God will take care of you no matter what happens to you is important. And that's one of the things that we see here. But also, here we see this centurion who's not a God-fearing Israelite at all. In fact, he's there oppressing Israel, but he asked Jesus to heal his servant who he needs and cares for. So we see his faith, even though he's not a part of the faith community. And I wonder if we see people like that who are sort of outside our church, outside the church, they're not like us and they don't go to church. But maybe if we just let them in, we'll find that they have a deep faith after all. And maybe that's one of the things Jesus is saying, people will come from everywhere to be with me, but those who are already in the church, they'll be out in outer darkness. I don't know. So think about that. Let's open up our faith to the possibilities that are there and see what we can learn. See you tomorrow.